For well over 175 years, people in the city of Greenville, if they were to leave Greenville and drive to the upper part of the county, which is the mountains, and would stop on the way and ask someone, where is the dark corner? More often than not, they would be told it's a little further up the road, because for over 175 years, nobody wanted to admit that they lived in Dark Corner, primarily because of the moonshine. How did the Dark Corner get its name? It actually was named in the 1830s. We do have two deeds that we have found recorded in the late 1830s that describe property as being in that corner of Greenville County, commonly called the Dark Corner. The Dark Corner has been dark for well over 175 years.
And I really wanted to bring the Dark Corner back into the light. And the best way for us to do that was to actually put the Dark Corner Distillery on Main Street in downtown Greenville.
We like to preserve much of what we know as the Dark Corner.
In 2009, South Carolina passed new legislation that allows for someone like ourselves to open a microdistillery. When we open, we will be producing South Carolina's first legal moonshine. And we're definitely proud of that because, you know, we're sort of out ahead of the curve, if you will, when it comes to small batch craft spirits.
Well, we started off, I've always had an interest in making beers at home. And we wanted to get into that industry a little bit. And it's fairly crowded with microbreweries and brew pubs at the moment. So when the opportunity came along to actually distill something, we decided to get into that business. It's very similar to brewing, except you've got the extra step of distilling. It's called moonshine because it's made by the light of the moon because it's illegal. What we're doing is we're taking those same recipes that were developed in the mountains and making them available legally for consumption to people that are curious about the taste and the history. Well, hand spiriting is a term that originated in the hills of Greenville County in the Dark Corner itself. And it's an early version of handcrafted, except it's handcrafted spirits, so it's hand spirited.
We pretty much have talked to many local moonshiners in the Dark Corner and realized that there are almost infinite ways that people do it for the simple fact that each person has their own special touch. I think our personal touch has set us apart. I think staying true to the craft will set us apart. There's a lot of people staying true to craft, but keep in mind we hand built our still. We designed it in the tradition of a mountain moonshine still. So our moonshine or whiskey should taste like the whiskey that our ancestors drank in the 1700s. It's full flavor, it's robust, it's gonna let the full flavor flow through. My dream for Dark Corner Distillery would be to work with family and friends to produce a hand-spirited product that can compete with many major spirits brands in the world. And like I said, give locals and tourists a place to taste the upcountry.
Yeah, it's a taste of history and a chance to experience moonshine.
The future of Dark Corner Distillery. It's a mysterious future.